All right, so guys, I took the opportunity of a kid shoot. I shoot for Hurley. She's my oldest client probably. I do every lookbook she has, so for years. So I took this opportunity of us to get some of the kid shoot going on for you to see, and just to give you a couple tips of how I handle kids and what I do with kids. And I'm gonna call this one Coaching the Kids. I do a very simple lighting setup just to give you a little bit of background on the lights. Flat, simple for the clothing. One of the things about the clothing is that sometimes Hala does shimmery stuff, or she'll do something that's white, that against a white background might lose some of the detail. So we gotta make sure all the detail's in there. So I make the background go a little bit gray. So we just let it go a little bit, to tone it down a little bit gray. In this instance, I did all pro photo. I used strobe because I like the kids jumping around. I don't want them to feel stiff. I want them to do their own thing. I actually love this parabolic. This is the Broncolor Para 133, and I blow the pro photo into it. I like the softness of light out of that as my key. And then my buddy Phil over here is, I got a Pro Photo B1 set up as Phil, and that's just a Photech soft lighter on it. So I key light this way, Phil over here, and then the background is shot with two Pro Photos that are aimed kind of at the floor to give it, because the kids are tiny, they're short, they're little kids, they're down, they're low. One of the things that I want to create is consistency for this lookbook. So Hala had all the kids in bare feet. She didn't want to show their feet. She wanted the dress cropped off just below the dress, and to get the top of the head, or sometimes I cropped into the top of the head, but you didn't see feet. So that way the tripod's really low. And I know some of you are saying, why is this tripod tilted like that? The tripod is tilted like that because I have a Feisel CT3472LV, which is a leveling tripod. And for me to get under the tripod, I have more room getting my knee under here if the tripod leg is spread open. So that's why. So if you're gonna ask something like that, that's why. And since I have the leveling tripod, I can level it, and I can also use the ball head to get the camera where I want it. So this just worked for me. I'm not doing anything funky except for creating space for my knee. I'm also sitting on a half apple box, which gets it done. One of the keys when you're shooting children is to give them direction that they understand. I actually put two pieces of tape on this little line so they could see it, and I had each kid stand on either tape. That works really well. You want to get them in the position that you need them in. You need consistency. You want to get them there. That works really well. The key to all of this is owning your turf. These kids, you want to have fun with them. You want to keep your everything obviously G-rated. I can't go into my crazy stuff. But the main thing of all of this is to keep the crazy moms away, as far away from you as possible. Or if they can be close, as long as they're not talking. Unless I need help with like a kid that's really miserable or something, I'll try and get them out. Hey, the kid can't. We got nothing with this kid if the kid doesn't smile. I got nothing. Help me. It's rare that happens, but I will ask for help from a mom. But the moms that go, stand up straight, smile, turn this way, hold your jab, what are you doing? The moms that are barking at the kids have to go. They have to go. We don't need them around. So you got to get them out. And then you have to have your shtick. So my shtick is just to play with them. I do things over and over and over again, because with kids, each one's going to behave differently. So the younger they go, the crazier I can get. So you'll see me work with the little baby, she was a baby, but she was standing, so she's probably, I don't know how old she was, but she was the smallest one. I'm just doing like, like moving the hand, like just hand gestures, and then they'll mirror you. So mirroring's always good. With the kids, I like them to jump around, because if they're stiff or the dress doesn't look right or something, I'll have them jump, not to capture the jump usually. Sometimes I will capture the jump, but usually what I'm trying to do is get them to jump, because it's going to change the dress and it's going to potentially make them smile. So they'll do a jump, and I won't shoot it till they're back set again. Sometimes I'll shoot the jump just to see what we can get, but normally the dresses don't look good. But I always do, you'll hear me say shimmy shake, so they'll just start going like this. Well, the dress starts to wave in the air and you're watching for them to stop, and then the dress is still moving and you capture it. So it's all timing. So you're doing stuff like that. You're also trying to create a rapport with the kids. There's a lot of high fives with the kids, a lot of positive reinforcement, making sure the kids are comfortable with the other kids that are in there. If one kid's uncomfortable, you've got to get them warmed up with the other kid. Like, I've been shooting these kids enough that I know the girls that are like, oh, she's a pro. Put her in there with that one that's really stiff and get her to do some stuff. So you just play around like that. I use Pandora. I put on Disney Children's Radio. You need something that's safe. You need something that they can understand. If Frozen comes on, they all start singing. They have fun. I had that on for a little bit today. And then you also have to be aware when you're getting it and get the kids in and out of there quick. You don't want the kids stagnating. You don't want to lose control of the kids. But it's generally a lot of fun just to use a lot of the misdirection, a lot of the stuff that I did that's on a G-rated scale with the kids to see what they'll do. A lot of times I'll do things that I'm not really going for what I'm doing. I'll have them look off camera or turn the body just to get them to turn back. I'm not necessarily trying to shoot something where they're looking, out the window, but I'll shoot that shot, then I'll get them to turn back. So a lot of direction, not based on the shot you're going for, just to get the movement going. If you get good with kids, first of all, wherever you are in the world, it's a great source of income, and developing that rapport and getting really authentic, reactive stuff out of kids is key. Not telling them to smile, not telling them to do this or that or the other thing. A lot of times kids, I kind of let them go. You want to let them do their own thing. A lot of times a kid will be standing there. If the mom's there and the kid's going like this or something, the mom will say, stand up straight, and ruin the kids. All this is beauty as soon as the kid does something like that with their foot. And that's where the shot comes from. The shot comes from the kid. The kid will give it to you. You have to let the kid go. Let the kid do their thing. Watch what the kid does. Take your time. Let the kid feel like they can move around in there. If the kid's not moving and miserable, you got to try something. That's when you do the jumping. If you have two kids in there, you're doing the holding the hands, hug the other person. Now, like, I can't have dresses smushed together hugging each other, but it will get them to move. Again, it's only for the movement out of that. So it's all concocted, and I kind of have a game plan, but I'm also seeing how the kids react and respond to different things.
Guys, if you like this video, you're absolutely gonna love what I have going on over at the Headshot Crew. It's an absolute smorgasbord of material just like this that I've been working on for the last 10 years. So click the link below, check it out, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. I got stuff coming out just for you.